Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a book flip through. Wait, I guess like a book look through. So this is basically what we're talking about today. We are talking about books that I reference here and there throughout my spiritual practice, things I'm reading currently. So these are the books that I have and I'm excited about. And right now we'll get started. So I'm gonna move these aside and we will start. There's a lot of books. Okay, so the first book I have to mention is Jambalaya. I really, really love this book. Like, it tells you a lot of things, and I can relate to a lot of the things that she says. She's a really great writer. It's just a really great read. She's a great storyteller. She's a great fact teller. There's a lot of information in here. So if you're into hoodoo, voodoo, want to connect with your ancestors, want to reach out to some spiritual deities, this is a great book to reference and read. This is a really great book. If you can see this, you can read the back. Definitely great book. Next book is this book right here. I have a few dream books. I like to interpret my dreams. So I believe I got both of these from Five Below. I don't know why, but I really love Five Below in their book section. I go there a lot and I get a lot of my spiritual books from there. They just have a really great resource of books. So here, this is a dream book that I got. This is also another dream book. I think I got another dream book from there as well. So I do have one, but I don't use it as much. I do have this. I do like to read and like kind of interpret my dreams. And also this one too. This is more like a dictionary layout. Really great books. I had this for years. I also, wait, did I get this from? Yeah, I did get it from Five Below. See the sticker right there? I got this, I think I got this 2 years ago. And I got this a long time ago. I think during, like, after COVID was over, or maybe right before it began. But, two great books, dream books. I love to reference. Definitely check it out. I really like dream books. If I can get more, I would. But right now, my space is limited. So, sorry, my phone is in the way. Another book here I just recently got. If you're looking for books about mushrooms and their spiritual purpose, this is a really great read. It's an easy read. It's a quick read. I just had it and I was flipping through it. It tells about tales, cultures, mushrooms, and in the back it has like illustrations. There you go. That looks very interesting. I don't know why, but mushrooms gross me out. Not to be, discriminative of the mushrooms, but this one is poisonous. Don't eat it if you see it. They have a lot of information here to tell you which ones are edible, which ones are poisonous, which ones, they even have this one I kept on seeing on social media. This one here, the zombie fungus. Ugh, like, ugh, I don't like, look at that. It's like secreting stuff. Like, look at the illustrations. Like, this illustrations are insane. Like, I love it. There's another image in here that I was like, this looks so, I hope nobody sees this and want to eat it, because it doesn't look, none of it look appetizing. None of it. None of them look appetizing. No way. Like, look at that. Would you eat this? It's edible though. It says here, when cooked, highly prized for its meaty texture. Ugh. Enjoy that, because I will not be eating that. But it's just like a fun book I picked up. That looks disgusting. I would not eat that either. I'm just trying to find, this one is just like fuzzy. Which one is the fuzzy one? This one is, I think, is a Chicken of the Woods. This one is edible. I remember that. So if you see this, you can eat it. Although edible when cooked. So it has to be cooked. So have fun with that. If you have eaten some mushrooms, please comment in the comment section so we can talk about it, because I do not like, look at this. I don't like mushrooms like this. Would you eat this? Not poisonous, but not really edible either, due to its unpleasant taste. Look at that. Ugh, like, I would not eat that. But I'm sorry. This is just, I'm like stuck on the mushroom book. This one. Like, really? This does not look appetizing. It says, when young, let's see if it's edible. When young only. When young only. And within an hour or two of gathering, or it may be nope, I will not. No, you guys can read the rest. Like this, I don't know, mushrooms. Oh, there's another one. This one, The Devil's Fingers. But I like it. I like this book because other than the images, is really detailed. If I seen this in nature, I would be terrified. It tells you the manifesting influence and other common names, and then if it's edible or not. So this here is for courage, expanding your reach, so on and so forth. I really like that. This one here is for it's edible and very tasty. Really. I wouldn't eat it because it's yellow. Manifesting influences abundance, good health, happiness, self-esteem, sun magic, and wealth. Other common names, and like I said, it is edible. If you guys can read that, you can pause it and you can read it. But yeah, so this is a little fun pick I purchased recently. Really cool book. Interesting. Has a lot of information in it. Definitely recommend. Another book is this book. This kind of beat up. It's been sitting on a table for a really long time, getting wet and all this stuff. But I received this, and I received this book. I'm trying to see who the publisher is. Harper One. I received this book in one of my subscription boxes unboxing years ago, and I really love referencing this book. It has so much information. I did a video about crystals, I think, maybe at the beginning of the year, and I did reference this book because it has so much information in it. The information is simple, easy to understand. It's an easy read. I think anyone could use this book for, house magic. It talks about protection, talks about decluttering, it talks about crystals and cleansing and manifesting, and it has a little bit of everything in it, and it's so super cute. The theme of this book is using these forms of spirituality, magic, in your home to transform your home with witchcraft, which I really love. It's an embossing here text. I really like it. So excuse the condition of the cover. It's been through a lot. I really enjoyed reading this book. So here you go. If you want, you can take a picture, research it, find the author, and great book. I recommend. Next book here is this book has been through everything. It's been through hell and back. I've had this book ever since I started my practice in 2000. I would say probably 12 years ago I started my practice. I wasn't as consistent. Corinne Kenner is the author. She's wrote and published many things. I think she also has tarot cards as well. She has other books and cards that focus on astrology. She's a really great, I use this book till today. You can see I highlighted a few things, studying, learning more information about tarot cards and how to use it, and learning about the major and minors and the suits and all that stuff. And this book is very informative. I'm surprised that no one talks about it. It's not being published anymore, but I think if you look at different like bookstores and stuff, they might have a few copies left, but it's not being published anymore. This is it, and I'm so upset that I had this book for so long, and it's in its condition that it's in. Even the back page, see that, it's coming off. But yeah, it's published by Llewellyn, but you can't find it on their website anymore. It has so much information. I love the way she breaks down about tarot. She talks about the history of it. She talks about, the suits and everything that you need to know. She also gives information about the numbers and numerology and colors and all that stuff. And then she also has some great spreads as well. Just, very traditional. This book is pretty old. I think it was published in 2007, so it's been around for a while. Yeah, so I really love this book. I also like how she show you here how she, excuse the pages, my book is falling apart, how she breaks down each card and explains them. She talks about the history of the deck, like the design aspect, like compared to the original, and everything. She breaks down the in classic Rider-Waite decks. She talks about in Llewellyn Tarot and so on and so forth. She breaks down, she shows you images of what they look like, the imagery, what does your future hold here. And then this is basically a breakdown of what the cards mean. And then she also talks about in historical meanings of the deck. Then she goes in her keywords and a reverse meaning and mythic connection and astrology. And every card she does the same thing. And I really love it. It taught me a lot. It helped me understand a lot about, tarot. I used this book when I first started, so this is my resource, my reference, my teacher right here. So definitely a great book. Simple fortune telling with tarot cards. And Corinne Kenner, really great author. Really enjoyed this book. As you can tell, it's like beat up. But you remember also I had a baby also when I was learning and using this book all the time. So she got her hands on the book. Well, I did this, I think I did this. Yeah, well, she drew the scribbles or whatever. And I drew the big candle in the middle of the book upside down. And then she also drew all of this here, scribbles. So yeah, she got to my book, but that was a long time ago. But there's a little bit of my history in this book. I really appreciate it, and I still use it till today. So next book is this book here. Tarot card by Tina Goen. I think her name is Goen. I really like this book too. I like the way she explains, here, just studying the major arcanas, the minors, the suits and the elements and everything. It's a really great reference. See how I wrote all over the book. Then she goes into explaining the cards. She has the keyword. She has a reverse and upright meaning. Then she goes into breaking it down, interpretations and reflections and actions. And I really reference this book a lot as well. It's an easier breakdown than the simple fortune telling. But I do still like both, and I do still use both. I don't have the deck, and I do want to get the deck. So that is what I'm going to be doing this year in 2025. I will purchase this deck. And I don't want the I want the published I guess the self-published version, the one that is published through their company. I forgot the name of the company. Let's see if I can find it. But I don't want Barnes and Noble version. I don't like those cards. I would prefer I don't think this is, maybe it is the company, but I'm not sure. It says DK.com. Pagan Random House, maybe. Let's see. Publisher, United States, DK Publishing. So I believe maybe that's it. Maybe it's a DK Publishing is the publisher. But okay. So I guess that's the publisher. I want to get the tarot deck from them. I just want to have it in my collection since I have the book. And I also got this book from Five Below. I got it from Five Below. Yeah, sorry, there's a little paint on here, ink or whatever. So I got this book from Five Below. I use it a lot. So great book, great read. Bless me. The next book is this book. I love this book. Great author, great writing, great explanation. Connected instantly to what she said. Loved it. Got excited when reading. It's really, really good. I'm gonna leave this here. I didn't finish. I got to the introduction part. That's why this is here. But it had so much information. As you can see, I started highlighting things of different books and stuff I want to research. But it has so much information in it. And I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait to start reading more. Let me show you an example here. They have some... I believe this is a goddess. They have some goddesses, and they also have some people from the past. Let me show you. Let's see. They're not all goddesses, just to let you know. They're just, women of power from the past. I'm trying to find a page. But it has a lot of information in here. It tells you how to work with them. It gives a little brief description of their story. The same thing that Jambalaya does, this book does. But this one has a lot more goddesses and also people of history in this book as well. I really like it. Oshun, I really love Oshun. I really love her energy. Let's see. Yeah, so let me see. There's more. There's other people in here other than the goddesses and queens and stuff like that. Queens of Temple of the Queens. I just want to find it, but I can't. Maybe it's further in the back. Well, get this book and find it. It has a lot of information. It's very informative. It's huge. It also goes with the tarot deck that she created as well. Definitely check it out. African Goddess Intuition, Secret Rituals of Self-Love, Prosperity and Joy. Love it. Abriella Abrams. Abrams. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. I'm really bad with pronouncing people's names. It's not my forte. Definitely get this book. It's really great, really informative if you're into African goddess information, hoodoo, voodoo, stuff like that. Actually, also I believe she's African. I think. I'm not sure, but I think maybe not. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think she might be. But I really love reading this so far. I just started it. It's a great book. So that is it. Oh, one more book. One more book that's been sitting here is this book here. I haven't started it yet, but it's on my table because I want to start reading it. I think I want to learn more about hoodoo and voodoo. I'm not sure if I want to practice it yet, but I do want to learn more. It's just so much information, so many rituals that are provided here in the book, in the Jambalaya book. So much stuff. And I'm not sure what direction I want to go towards. But my practice has not really evolved, kind of evolved. I started off thinking that maybe I might do the witch thing. Then I decided, no, I want to be spiritual. I want to stick to that because of my background and my history. And then as I learn and I grow, I notice a lot of things are related from my culture and how I was raised and the things that, people in my family members or, family friends and things would do based on my history and my culture, my upbringing, the islands, living as an island girl. It's very influenced by hoodoo. Is also very heavily influenced by voodoo. We have to remember that my ancestors were slaves. They were taken from their homeland, sent and put on an island. Some of them mixed with the natives, learned different practices, shared different practices, and that is where you get the hoodoo, the voodoo, and all that stuff. So. And then with all the goddess and the ancestral, honoring your ancestors, I actually love that. And I do practice that as well. I do practice honoring my ancestors. But I do have a background in Christianity. I do believe in a God. I do believe, you're supposed to thank God and thank your gods and thank your ancestors, So my practice is evolving. And it's turning into its own thing. But I am trying to also incorporate the tradition of what was used while I was growing up. So I'm learning a lot of things because for some reason, my culture, they don't like to talk about things. It is so weird. I don't know if it's what's that book called? Juju. What is that book? I had that book. The book that I did a review on is called Juju something. She's another African American or American. And I think she said the same thing. It's like, for some reason, they don't like to talk about it. Jambalaya said the same thing as well. The author of Jambalaya said the same thing as well in her book. For some reason, they don't like to talk about it. They don't like to teach us what they know, and these things get lost, and I don't want it to get lost. So I'm reading up on a lot of things, and as things come up, I'm starting to remember certain things that used to happen or things that took place while I was younger, and I'm realizing the relation because I'm thinking, as a kid, you're seeing this every day and you're thinking that it's normal and everybody else does it. So it doesn't click until, you do your research, you start reading, you start getting into certain things and realizing like, oh, not everybody does this, So I am very excited about the direction my spirituality is going. And I am, teaching my kid what I'm learning. I'm sharing what my mom, I'm trying to pull out of my mother, because my mother knows how to do a whole bunch of stuff. She knows how to make this, like, this medicine that gets rid of gallstones. She knows how to do all this stuff, and mixing herbs together, what plants that she goes in the garden and pulls and picks and dries them, and I have no idea how to do it. She just does it. And if I'm not standing there watching her, taking notes and asking her exactly what you're doing, she's not going to tell me. And my parents are getting older, and I don't want this information to get lost. So it's my job to force it out of them. Like, literally force it out of them. Stand in front of them, stand over them with a pen and paper and some videos, and record what she's doing, and just so that I can learn, and I don't want this to disappear. I think this culture and how I was raised is beautiful. It's a beautiful culture, and is mixed with a whole bunch of beliefs, and I absolutely love it, and I think it's unique, and I think it's beautiful, and it comes from a lot of history, and I don't want it to get lost. So I digress. I distracted myself with all this stuff and my thoughts, but these are the books that I have on my desk currently, but I haven't gotten into. Started but not finished. Use this all the time because it's my reference for tarot reading. This also, love this book. I use it to practice different things in my home. Really fun book I got into today. Got distracted looking at all the interesting photos of, not photos, illustrations of mushrooms. Like, it was nice. Sometimes I just buy books to just buy them, but I really had fun looking through this. Definitely love interpreting my dreams, and I think everyone should as well. And then the last book is the Jambalaya. Here we go. And really love this book. This is a really amazing book that has a lot of information in there. And that's it. So I hope you liked and enjoyed this review. It got a little distracted and off topic, but it is what it is. This is YouTube. This is, my channel. It goes the direction it needs to go. For some reason, I think it needed to go that direction, where I talk about my culture a little bit and how I feel about, things being not taught and shared, and things possibly disappearing from my knowledge. But I'm not losing it. My goal is to create a book for my kids, so that they can have it in the future, and they know how to do certain things, and they can continue to add to it. So if it's a grimoire, or if it's a book of shadows, whatever it is, I want them to know their history. So that is that, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I kept on rambling off. It was really fun. It was really great. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.